This is Merlin. That's the neighbor over there. Uh, that's like an Airbnb over there. So people are always coming and going. Uh, okay. Waking up, and this is what Merlin does. He likes to. This is Merlin. So I've decided to change a video style in some respects that I'm gonna uh, approach this information from. And I just think I'm going to make it 100% real and not redact anything and not just give out information. I've done that, like I think I've exposed everything that's true. And today is today is Judgment Day. Today. 9/11/2033, that's sentencing day. You see, so it's a bit of a misnomer. As everything is here, right? Everything's a bit of a misnomer, but I'm going to move on from this, okay? And I'm going to work on, in my work, I'm going to work on the process of don't worry, be happy, and give the rest to God, okay? Because that's the way we have to approach life. It's difficult. It's difficult. And so we can be happy in our work. We should be happy in our work that we made the right choices and that we continue to make the right choices for God. Okay, so, uh, you know, Gabriel gave me this sword of justice, meaning, a judgment day justice. That's it. You follow me? That's how I know when it is and so on. But today is judgment day. Today. You got 24 hours. The devil is forgiven. The devil is forgiven, and don't stop doing what you're doing, okay? But if anyone follows the devil, you got 24 hours. If anyone follows the devil, I don't care. I'm just a Disney character. That's over. That's over. Today's judgment day. From now on, everyone, fallen angel character, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. I don't care what you are. I don't care what character you played up until today. I don't care. I don't care about that. You're forgiven. Everyone's forgiven because they didn't know the truth. But I'm going to tell you after today, today's judgment day. Anyone continues being police, foreclosing on homes, stealing people's homes. What happens come judgment day? 1,000 years in hell. And then you reincarnate again. So, hell for 1,000 years. You got 10 years now. That's it. You could change your ways. Okay, you could change your ways. You got 24 hours. Tell the wife, tell the kids, I'm retiring, I'm moving on to something else. Do it. Or let me tell you, I don't care what you do. I don't care what you do. You're going to hell. You follow me? You, if you turn around sometime in the future, this is what you could have, okay? You could have limbo. That's it. You get nothing. You don't get heaven, you don't get hell, you just get fucking nothing. Which, let me tell you, that's if you repent and change your ways from after today, between now, Judgment Day, and your sentencing day. Okay? You show us that you should be sentenced to hell for 1,000 years. Oh, okay. Between now, you change. You don't change in the next 24 hours, but you change some other time. Yep. You quit being evil. Okay. You can get limbo. That's the best you can do. 1,000 years. A fucking solitary confinement in limbo. That's the best you'll get at that point. You see? Yeah, you can sit there and think about what you've done for 1,000 years. Yeah, the devil won't be punishing you. That'll be your punishment. You. Hanging out with you. Because let me tell you what. It's punishment for us to hang out with you. Anyone who's police, foreclosed, it's our punishment to hang out with you. It's our penance for whatever we did in the past. Someone asked me, thank you, Dee Dee, asked me, do a video about penance. Okay, well, penance is you're reborn. You know what I mean? That's your penance for whatever evil acts you did in the past. This game is never going to change. This time loop, It's never going to change. It's never going to change. It's never going to. All the other time loops happened. You see Krishna and all, that already happened. Okay? So what? We're just going to repeat this stupid, idiotic thing again and again, right? Well, anyway, you know, not for everyone. Not for the intelligent people that are like, I'm not going to be evil just to get a house. Okay, all right, well, good for you. Because here's the thing that I'm going to say, all right? Uh, yeah, Danny's house was taken by Sarasota sheriff yesterday. She had the name Jesus Christ on her door. So this is a line in the sand right here, okay? This is it. You didn't listen. You think the government is above God. You didn't listen. You see, you had a body, you were in this incarnation. I know the police watch every single word I say. I know they do it, obviously. They follow me around everywhere. They do, they come to Danny's house, they took down the cameras, they did all this ridiculous stuff. They put a gun to her neighbors' heads, okay? Told them to get in the house, no filming of anything. They didn't want anything to get out that they stole this home. Well, that's fine. I pass judgment on you. You burn in hell for 1,000 years. You do. And listen, let's just say it, okay? Your whole family too. Okay, unless your family turns against you and won't do what you say, good for them. Then they don't burn in hell. You see, but I want to divide your family while you're alive too. You see, either they don't do what you say and go against you and make your life a living hell now, right now, or they go to hell too with you. For what? Any support they give you, whether it's emotional or make you a meal or whatever, anyone gives you any kind of support, they burn in hell too. Yeah, anyone supports the government in any way, goes along with it, is like rah rah, any of that, no. This is ahimsa. This is a line in the sand. This is where Gandhi says no. No. We're not gonna help run your system. Anyone that's got a tow truck, a wrecker that's out there stealing cars for bankers, burn in hell, baby. Any young lady standing in a bank as banker bait to get people to come in and do that evil work, you're going to hell. You are absolutely going to hell. Any teacher in any school, anyone working for any government anywhere, you're going to hell. You're going to hell unless within the next 24 hours you quit. No, the system is valueless. This system in place has no value. It's run by greed. Anyone will do anything for money. That's the system. Do evil for money. That's the system that we have. Okay, your judge today is your judgment day. You done it. You keep it up. You do it one more single day. You go to hell for 1,000 years. You earned it. That's lenient. Okay. Let me tell you what the game says. You cannot be erased from the book of names. But let me tell you what. No. You know what? That's not enough. It's really not enough. It's really not enough. It's really not enough. Hell for 1,000 years. It's really not enough. After you get hell for 1,000 years, it's not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough for what you do. If you keep it up, it's not enough. Yeah, you don't come back. You come back demoted through the species. You are on the fourth plane. Everyone working for this hive, you have access to miracles. You can create money. You say who lives here and who lives there, right? You decide who lives or dies. Those are the power of miracles. You have them. Everyone's on the fourth plane. So what? I'm perfect master. I say you don't do it anymore. And if you continue it, what? You go to stone. Return to stone. You have to work through all the species again. You go back to stone. Go back to stone. This is your window of opportunity. And it closes. Okay, this is the end for you. Okay, there's plenty of replacements in every freaking hell out there. All the old planets where everyone was evil, they want to advance. they'll take your slot willingly. You see? But this is your opportunity. Stop doing what you're doing. Stop today. You have 24 hours. Okay? That's it. Else you go to hell. Period. Period. And then you get turned to stone. No human body for you don't earn it. You don't deserve 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 it. You don't care about anyone but yourself. That's not a human quality. Okay, that's like a rock. Oh, I'm a rock. Okay, good. Be a rock. No one wants you as a human. No one wants you as a human. Anyone in the military? Yeah. Yeah, all you're doing is forcing people into slavery to the bankers, okay? So you go to hell. If you don't quit the military in the next 24 hours, you go to hell. That's it. That's today's Judgment Day. Today is Judgment Day. That's it. This society is valueless. It serves no purpose. It has no value. This entire society has no value. It has no value. It's simply a slave to the bankers. That's all it is. That's all government is. You think government is above God? No. No. And because you think that, you go to hell. Period. Okay? That's it. No. No, Jesus Christ wants to find out who's who and what's what, is not going to step in, right? Is going to let us take our penance for you. We're going to suffer for you, right? Come Judgment Day, like Mayor Baba said, 3/4 will die. 3/4 of everyone alive is going to die. And that's generous. That is so generous. You know, and then you go to heaven, best case scenario, you go to heaven, not best case scenario, I mean, better than hell, right? But that's not, you still got to reincarnate after that. You didn't, maybe you weren't a police, you know what I mean? But you didn't actively participate every day trying to pull down the system and expose the truth and end the slavery. You didn't do that. So, what, you can go to heaven? Sure, sure. Okay. But you don't go to God, you know what I mean? You still got to come do this again. But if you've had it with this place, if you've absolutely had it with this place, then I say don't participate in it. Take everything you can back from it in every way that you can. Share your work. I'll be more open about sharing every little absolute detail of how I do whatever I do to get over on them. Seriously. And I'm going to be happy about it. I'm going to be happy in my work. I feel like, you know, I was patient. I exposed every truth. And let me tell you, I go to the drum circles 3 times a week here, generally, weather permitting. I've told everyone, okay? And there are people that, lined up on either side. Danny's one. So, in the book of life, right, someone became a saint. I have the sword of judgment. I judge Danny becomes a saint today. Meets with God today. I judge Danny goes past heaven and hell. I judge Danny goes home to God. No, that's my judgment. If I have the sword of judgment that angel give me, okay, that's my judgment. That's who wins. Okay, and that game is over. The free home game is over. It's over. Do your worst. The devil's loosed on the world. If you listen, yeah, we have his name. We have the name Jesus Christ. They can't touch us. Okay. You're gonna take everything here. You want us thrown out in the street? Okay. Well, listen. If somebody comes for your home, whatever, how could any negative karma come to you from defending your place, right? You shoot a mad dog in the street. How's any negative karma on you, right? You have an insect on your leg. You swat it when it's biting you. How's any negative karma on you? You see what I'm saying? Isn't that like, oh, I saved the next whoever from being bitten by a mosquito. You help someone. You see? You help someone. Like, that's just the way it is. Anything that anyone does to tear down the system has no negative karmic consequences to it. Anything you do, anything. They don't follow laws. They do not follow any laws whatsoever. This is absolute slavery. This is 100% slavery to the devil. This is a fact. So aren't you supposed to use whatever you could use to get out of enslavement to the devil? Anything, right? Anything is, the gloves are off. There's nothing that you could do action base wise that has any negative karmic consequences on you. Nothing. You go to heaven as long as you fight them, period. Doesn't matter how you fight them. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. What, God said, oh, I'm not going to step in under my name. Oh, okay. So we have to fight our own battles. Okay. All right. But here's the thing I choose. I choose that they whip me over and 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 over again in the street because of their lies. That's what I choose. Why? Because I want them all to go to hell. That's what they earn. Why? They treat me like shit, they go to hell. Is that going to change who I am? No. They're not going to change who I am. Because they want me to be like them, and then what? What happens to them? I give them an excuse for their behavior. No thanks. I'm not going to use any violence or anything like that. I'm saying, as a natural reaction, you may go to heaven, but what? If you use violence against them, what? You have to go to heaven, right? And you have to come back here. So I just recommend non-violence. I recommend that. You see, why be violent with someone who's goading you into violence? It's like, who's evil? They know if they get you in that game, sure, you can get heaven. Yeah, no problem, whatever. But you still got to come back, And who wants to breathe another breath of dome air? Not me. Not me, not one breath. Not me, not this breath I'm taking right now. Not me. Not me. I don't want to. But while I'm here, I will be, what did God say? Oh, I'm the always reviled one, right? I come again and again. I'm always hated. I'm always reviled. In the past, I'm always looked up to and desperately awaited the coming, right? In the future, I'm always talking about, oh, he's coming, God is coming. But while here, reviled and hated. You see what I'm saying? People can't live in the present tense. I'm reviled and hated while I'm here. Okay, that's my job. Great, hey, you go to hell. But is that going to change my nature? No. Actually, let's just say it's going to make me nicer because they're evil. You see what I'm saying? That's not my nature. That's what's wrong with me. That's what makes me not fit their hive. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't fit it. And that's why they are rejecting me. Okay. Enough of Judgment Day. Today's Judgment Day, 24 hours. That's it. That's my judgment. God, give me the sword. That's my judgment. Okay, I feel like I held out as much space as I could for these creatures. I told them for years the truth, and not one of them listened. Almost not one of them listened. I'll say almost no one listened. But those people that have listened, kudos to you. Right? You've had enough. Whatever. Right? Like, I'm done. Anyway, let's get into more what's up. This is Florida. It's like 90 degrees and 90% humidity, okay? Like Jesus, I'm not really into wearing a shirt. I'm a lot like that guy, you know? So this is one car. This is the lady who's like, oh, yeah, be more out of the open, but don't film me. All right. So here's what I got going on here. I got this 1999 VW Eurovan Westphalia. It's driving well. Mechanically, it's good. And it's got 220,000 miles, so all the systems in it, they're kind of not functioning right. Needs a bunch of work to make it functional as that's something that could be slept in or used as a camper, stuff like that. It's just not functioning. Like, this is a new fridge I got for it right here. Needs to get installed. The guy does come to your place and install RV stuff, but he's really backed up all the time, and he keeps backing me off. So, anyway, I'm working on this to get it in shape so that I could get out there. I've lived in one of these before, so I kind of know the minimums of what it needs. I put it all on an Amex card with 12 months interest free and a US bank card. And so, anyway, it's got a heater built in, and the top pops up so you can stand in it. It's got an awning. This is an awning right here. This is an awning. And it can come out and give shade. And so this is going to allow me to get out and, support the work that I do more, because I have to go out among people. I do it 3 times a week anyway. But if I'm going to go further than I go, like, locally here, and even doing that, it's not easy work. Parking can be extremely difficult and take sometimes a really long time to organize and get there, wait for it, you're there. Anyway, a lot of tourists come here. So having a vehicle that supports you as I go, allows me to interact with more people and not be as worn out from the experience on my end. So anyway, it's needing a bunch of stuff that doesn't work. Basically, the electronic stuff doesn't work, the radio doesn't work, the fridge don't work, the 12-volt system doesn't work yet. So, working on these things to make it functional. It's driving well, though. It's driving well. Had it checked out by a mechanic and everything, one I trust. Didn't need anything, just changed the oil. So AC works. Everything like that, good. So very dependable ride. These things go for hundreds of thousands of miles. But, the systems kind of get worn out somewhat and need some help. And that's what it needs. So any donations to that, like expertise or finances or whatever, just gets me on the road quicker to do this work. Because I think it's important to go out amongst people. Since God did give me the power of deliverance and stuff, I've got to go and continue to do that work. And let me tell you what, I need to, make it more face to face, and so what's up, what's going on, where I'll be, things like that. Okay. So the support that I've been getting through the church, I really appreciate, because I wouldn't be able to do this work. So I'm making a mobile church, okay? Go out and, because in my opinion, people need deliverance until they get the devil out of them, until they get the demon out of them. They can't really move forward, And it's kind of this line in the sand. Whoever's not doing that, I don't want to work with them. They're on the other team. You're going to hell. Good for you. But those people that want to get freed, I think it's important that they get freed and that I take the time to film, what happens to people. Like, this is what deliverance looks like, this is what happens, so on like that. So, anyway, I appreciate the support. If I get enough support, then maybe, keep the credit cards going a little bit longer, and I could do more, basically. I don't have all my credit reports all fixed and stuff like that. I got 2 out of 3 fixed. But I'm going to go into more detail in my work and stuff. So, anyway, all right. That's the update on Judgment Day.